The Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, has said the federal government alongside the government of the 36 states are considering the creation of state police. This was the outcome of an emergency meeting between President Bola Tinubu and state governors in Abuja on Thursday to address challenges of increasing food prices, economic hardship and pockets of insecurity recorded nationwide. Now, according to the minister, the process is still in infancy and would only take shape after more deliberations between stakeholders. Now, joining me to discuss this further is security expert Hashim. Thank you for joining us. Now, what are the potential benefits and drawbacks of implementing state police in Nigeria, considering the current security landscape?
All right, thank you very much. Security is local, so also is the solution to it. Also, it has to be very localized. But localization of security does not mean that you have to provide the state police as an entry point. State policing would have been an option, which is already an alternative that is already ongoing in various states. Currently, as we speak, about 15 states have localized and have legislated state police arrangement with about 50,000 personnel already put on the payroll. But unfortunately, the idea of a state police that is on board now is actually a high-risk approach. And I think it is very important for us to be very circumspect and be careful before we decide to engage in it in any way. The reason why this is so is because of the nature of governance and the structure that we have, and perhaps the dynamic of leadership that is currently confronting us. Governors in this country have been known to be emperors for a very long time. They are governors who actually take decisions and act on impulse. They are not governors who are driven by ideas and ideals, and they are not governors who create idea solutions alongside citizens. And we have decided and we have seen over time, if you look at antecedents, that what we are doing now is actually going back to the historical reasons why police was actually created in the first place. Recall that this idea of state police was actually the concept that the colonial masters actually brought to the table to put it in a way to repress citizens, putting them very close as a way of containing and, of course, taking away the entire civic engagement by citizens itself. And this is simply put because it didn't envisage that a year and a period will come that we would have the crop of leadership that we are currently engaged with. So the setback particularly higher is that we have leadership that is bereft of ideas who are likely going to use this particular medium only for the commercialization purpose, only for politicization purpose, and only for privatization purpose. These three elements of commercialization, politicization, and privatization is going to threaten the entire architecture. And I tell you, opportunities are there that will go back to status quo after some time. And the reason is simply put, that citizens will still continue to point fingers at government to be able to clear this. What I think we should do now is to strengthen the existing structure of the community policing infrastructure. We have the Amotekun, for instance. That is an alternative. We can strengthen it, equip it more, provide some level of additional support system. Because for you to create a system, like a structure that is about to be created now, you need a state structure in the justice system. You need a new template of oversight. You need a new template that will help to co-create ideas, just like the Service Commission we saw at the national level, just the kind of scene that we saw with the Ministry of Police Affairs, the House Committee of Police Affairs. Now, take for instance, that we have state houses of assembly. We have state independent electoral commission. These are two elements of templates that have been replicated at the state level. And I'd just like you to use your mind to do an analysis how SIEC and how the State House of Assembly have functioned. Over the years, we have seen governors who have taken budget to the State House of Assembly, and they have used the gavel to pass the budget almost immediately. The State House of Assembly has become the extension of the governor's house. So also at the SIEC, it actually the government at the center. The police will be politicized, will be commercialized, and be privatized if it goes a particular way.
Right, security expert Hashim, thank you for speaking with us.